Right now, safety and security, that's what Stoughton is hoping to offer a pair of Ukrainian refugee families.
Plus, allowing kids to be kids. We'll meet a camper turned counselor at a local camp for burn victims.
And later, dozens of headstones damaged in a vandalism spree over the weekend in Cambridge. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, we are kicking off what will be a very warm and humid work week.
Heat indices likely to reach into the 90s for the next several days. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast right away with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
We certainly started the work week off in a hot spot this afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 80s. With those heat index readings in the 90s, even still just a little muggy outside. 88 the high in Madison and in Janesville, 89 for Lone Rock and for Boscobel. Right now, we're still at those afternoon high temperatures. With that sunshine coming through, it's going to hold pretty steady for another 30 minutes or so before things really start to cool down. That means heat index readings currently close to 90 for Janesville, about 94 in Boscobel, 91 in Madison. This has all been under a nice, clear, sunny sky. Will stay mostly clear tonight. Showers and thunderstorms up to the north towards Rhinelander, but those will stay out of our area overnight heading into Tuesday. Tuesday's the hot day this week. High temperatures in the low 90s with heat index readings close to 100. Wednesday, we pull back a bit to the mid 80s, but likely still going to see heat index readings in the low 90s. And that heat trend just continues as we head into the weekend. But we'll take a closer look at when we might see any rain to help cool things down a bit in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. And as this heat continues this week, stay up to date on all things local weather with our First Warn Weather app. Everything you need to stay safe and informed right in the palm of your hand.
Next at 6, Secretary of State Antony Blinken meeting today with Ukrainian First Lady Olena Zelenska in Washington, D.C. Zelenska is pressing her husband's campaign, asking for more military support from the West as the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues to drag on. In Ukraine, President Zelensky says he is removing 2 of his top officials, the prosecutor general and the head of the powerful state security service, amid an investigation that someone within their department has committed treason. This is what Zelensky said about the case of the state security service chief.
Everyone who together with him was part of a criminal group that worked in the interests of the Russian Federation will also be held accountable. It is about the transfer of secret information to the enemy and other facts of cooperation with the Russian special services.
Zelensky informed that there are some 651 cases of treason being investigated in different parts of Ukrainian law enforcement and security forces.
Helping our war-torn neighbors. It begins with a few of our own neighbors right here at home. Naomi Coles reports on a rapidly growing group in Stoughton helping refugees.
Slava and his family fled Ukraine months ago.
Showed them this site where the information, they got all the information, and that's how they met all these people here.
I saw people here because I never seen in Europe or in Ukraine so kind people.
With the help of a privately run site founded by Harvard grads, they found themselves here in Stoughton on humanitarian parole.
They now study English, trying to understand life here.
I gotta tell you, I'm an immigrant myself. I came from England many years ago.
Kay Whedon's interest in helping resettle refugees first sparked while helping Afghan refugees at Fort McCoy. She and 2 friends organized in December to help them. And then came the Ukraine crisis.
People are asking us if we have housing for Ukrainians, and we do. So we took 1 family and then another family, and now we're resettling another 2 families in the next few weeks.
The Stoughton Resettlement Assistance Program is now 15 volunteers strong and partnering with Lutheran Social Services in Milwaukee. That's one of Wisconsin's 6 official resettlement agencies.
We just got through with the 501c3 application, which, that was a nightmare trying to figure that out.
Many of the families they're resettling are coming through a Ukrainian nurse at SSM Health that you may already recognize. Our Eric Franke told her story in May. Now she finds the families, gets them a temporary host home, then the Stoughton group steps in to get the families permanent help.
We kind of stumbled upon each other, and it was amazing that she had the need and we had the ability to meet that need right then and there.
The biggest hurdle, money. They've raised about 10 grand so far, but need at least 50 grand to cover a year's worth of rent and other expenses for the 4 families they have right now.
They're just waiting, and there's nothing that they're allowed to do. There are not refugee resettlement benefits that are afforded to them as would be for the Afghans nor other refugees.
We are so grateful.
Если бы не эти люди, мы бы не знали,
Because-
как бы это все было, как мы... Да.
Because we cannot imagine if we didn't meet those people.
The group expects that they'll be asked to keep resettling new families in weeks and months to come. And as you might imagine, they need your help. They're tens of thousands of dollars short, as I mentioned, of what they need. And I've got links and info right now at channel3000.com to donate.
So many families in need, so many families stepping up to help. It's
Really
a great
is.
story. Thank you, Naomi. We want to have another quick update to that May story on SSM Health nurse Maria Llewellyn for her efforts to help Ukrainian refugees in May in the Czech Republic. SSM Health recognized Maria with its presidential coin for her selfless dedication in delivering the SSM Health mission. Now, Maria brought these care packages to Ukrainian refugee children, again in the Czech Republic, donated by SSM Health, including bags with the SSM and News 3 Now logo on them, our Time for Kids partner.
Campaign 2022 coverage right now. On Friday, a Republican committee chose Milwaukee to host the 2024 Republican National Convention. Well, today we spoke with an RNC spokesperson who says this is an opportunity for the party to share what it means to be a Republican.
We can talk about crime. We can talk about open borders and the impact of fentanyl on 18 to 45-year-olds being the leading cause of death because of this drug coming over the border. We can talk about safety and security. We can talk about defunding the police.
Denard says the RNC is proud to be hosting in Milwaukee and building upon current engagement efforts like the 2 RNC community centers the city has right now. Also in Milwaukee last night, the 5 Democratic Senate hopefuls getting their chance to debate some of the current hot-button issues from abortion access to gun rights and inflation. We'll hear from all of the candidates coming up a little later in the newscast. Organizers for a Wisconsin summer camp dedicated to helping youth burn victims say they are looking for more helpers and campers this year.
The week-long camp held at Camp Timberley near East Troy gives children who suffered life-changing burns a chance to see they are not alone. Today, they are featuring a former camper turned counselor. Tanya Bolchin was severely burned back in 1986 when she was just 4 months old. An air conditioner exploded in her grandparents' Boscobel home, causing third-degree burns to her and her father, who later passed away. Now, years later, when she learned about the camp, she says she was nervous at first, but instantly fell in love with it. After that, she went back year after year, and when she became too old to attend as a camper, she found a way to stay by becoming a camp counselor.
I wanted to make sure that kids could have the same experience I had, that camp would still be there for whoever needed it, and just that they feel this community that I did. Like, camp was a place to just be a kid for a week. I want them to have that. No one's looking at you. No one's like, oh, what happened? It's just hanging out with your friends.
And the camp is open to children 7 to 17 years old and includes all of the activities of any other summer camp: horseback riding, fishing, hiking, and other outdoor sports and activities. There's also a one-day camp for children 3 to 6 years old.
26 headstones like this one were left damaged after a vandalism spree in Cambridge this weekend. The caretaker of the cemetery says it's not the first time he's seen this kind of damage. Caitlin Davis shows us the scene left behind.
This is by far not the first time this has happened. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time that it's happened.
It was a frustrating weekend for the grounds crew at Lake Ripley Cemetery in Cambridge after finding dozens of damaged headstones Sunday. Head groundskeeper Chance Trader says only 13 of the 26 headstones can be repaired.
It's sandstone, so what are you going to do? It's not like you can glue it back together.
The grounds crew say they reported the damage to police, but they are still waiting to see how much the damage will cost. The last time they saw damage like this, it cost around $70,000.
I don't know if our insurance is going to cover the damage that is done and what we're going to have to pay to get fixed and what we're going to have to do on our own this time. It takes work to get these things off the stones and takes twice as much work to get them put back up.
Not only do they have to figure out how the damage is going to get fixed, they also have to tell the families.
There are people that still come in here every week to see their loved ones that are buried. I'm proud to take care of this cemetery. It kills me every time somebody comes in and does damage to it.
The cemetery is hoping to install trail cameras into key spots of the cemetery to try to keep this from happening again. Still ahead when we come back, the Special Olympics torch making an appearance in Rock County today.
Plus, it was a nice day for a round of golf, but what about 100 holes of golf? That story up next.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, fresh ground chuck, only $2.88 a pound. Basket and bushel grape tomatoes, only 99 cents. Powerade, only 88 cents. And On the Border chips, only $1.88. Tuesday only. And save even more during Red, White, and Fuel. Right now, save up to $7.83 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Around the state, the Milwaukee Public Museum today releasing renderings of the building they are planning to build to replace the current aging building in downtown Milwaukee. Today, the museum also launched a $240 million capital campaign. Groundbreaking scheduled for late 2023. The museum says residents will be able to go inside by 2026. This morning, the Special Olympics torch making an appearance in Janesville for the last leg of the law enforcement torch run.
During these events, officers carry the torch across the state in honor of Wisconsin's Special Olympics games and tournaments. The event raises money and support for the games, which provides year-round sports opportunities for more than 10,000 Wisconsin athletes.
It's been a real privilege to be involved with this Special Olympic cause for as many years as we have. Certainly good to be able to support a cause like this, and yet at the same time, they bring so much to us.
Today's run was 2 miles long, starting at the Rock County Sheriff's Office parking lot and ending at a Jimmy John's, where the company provided sandwiches to participants.
Well, before the sun was even up this morning, 2 Wisconsin golf pros kicked off a 100-hole trek. Jeff Ellingston and Brad Munn committed to playing 100 holes today to raise money for PGA Reach Wisconsin and youth development organization First Tee of South Central Wisconsin. They're playing at Edelweiss Chalet Country Club down in New Glarus. The undertaking part of the WPGA's 100 Holes for 100 Years campaign. So far, the campaign has raised over $40,000 for the 2 charities. Still ahead at 6, one of the candidates for governor and some hot water over some flyers that were released over the weekend.
Plus, the 4 Democratic U.S. Senate hopefuls facing off in a televised debate in Milwaukee, taking up some of the hot-button issues.
Well, later, a streak of hot weather ahead. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will have her full extended forecast when we come back.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Right now, get 40% off frames with any lens purchase.
Okay, and he got so upset. Oh my God. Look. No way. She has definitely got some work done. Doesn't even look the same anymore. Talk about an extreme makeover. I wonder how much of Bob's money she spent on those upgrades.
Hey! The house looks great, right? 3 years, no interest on roofing and siding from Feldco.
Right now, get 3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding.
3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding ends soon. Call now.
866 for Feldco.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Outlaw. That's what can happen because of the Supreme Court, and Ron Johnson's with them. The Supreme Court's decision ended abortion services in Wisconsin, and Ron Johnson supported the decision, making it illegal in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. Doctors can be prosecuted, a woman's right to choose criminalized. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson's not for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Cookies and Briars. That's like getting 2 desserts. Wait, do we have to thank our moms twice? I don't know.
Breyers, 100% grade A milk and cream and loaded with delicious cookie pieces. Better starts with Breyers.
Waxed. Natural. Sensitive. New Dove Ultimate Antiperspirant, our unique water-based formula with 6 times more glycerin, helps restore skin to its best condition. New Dove Ultimate.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. It's back to school time. Prep your student for success with a comprehensive eye exam.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Republican gubernatorial hopeful Tim Michaels' campaign says it is reworking a flyer that was sent out falsely claims he won the enforcement from the NRA. Michaels is locked in a 3-way primary with former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish and State Representative Tim Rantham. The flyer landed in mailboxes this weekend, claiming the gun advocacy group had endorsed him, but an NRA spokesperson says the group hasn't endorsed anyone yet and doesn't plan to do so. In the Democratic primary race for U.S. Senate, it was a passionate night yesterday for the candidates in Milwaukee.
Now, this was the first time all 5 of the candidates were in the same place, taking questions about the country on topics from inflation to reproductive rights, climate change. Jenna Wells has the story.
My first initiative is to make sure that we suspend the federal gas tax.
A hot topic at Sunday's Democratic Senate primary debate, inflation. State Treasurer Sarah Godlewski saying fossil fuel companies need to be held accountable. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes echoing the sentiment.
We have to hold the oil, gas companies, and also pharmaceutical companies accountable for using inflation as a smokescreen to continue to jack up prices.
Outagamie County Executive Tom Nelson pushing a national industrial strategy.
Under one roof, we need to have tax policy, trade policy, get rid of NAFTA, get rid of CAFTA, things that have hollowed out manufacturing.
Bucks Executive Alex Lasry looking to businesses to help with economic issues.
The best thing we can do is make sure that we're raising wages and building more things here in America.
Nonprofit founder Stephen Olakara focusing on root supply chain problems.
Supporting the president to use the Defense Production Act to help open up and ease the supply chain bottlenecks.
Another focus, the overturn of Roe v. Wade.
We have to explore every possible option to make sure that women get the reproductive health care that they need and deserve.
Godlewski, the only woman in the race, criticizing the male candidate's past avoidance of the topic.
Where were you guys talking about reproductive rights at a UW forum when they asked you what your priorities were in the U.S. Senate? You know, I wasn't the only one talking about reproductive rights because for me, this is not an afterthought.
On the topic of gun violence, Barnes addressing the need for better equitable funding for schools.
So we need to make sure that every child in every zip code has a fair shot at success, because that's not the reality right now.
Lasry highlighting his campaign's public safety plan.
The first approach was to make sure that the police have the resources they need for training to stop and solve crimes and to make sure that we're rebuilding trust in communities.
All 5 candidates supporting restrictions on assault weapons.
I do not believe we should have weapons of war in our community.
And that was Jenna Wells reporting. Here's a look at the upcoming elections. The primary less than a month now, being held August 9th, then the general election a few months afterwards, set for November 8th.
And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our first warn forecast.
A very sunny and warm afternoon today. We're able to enjoy that if you got outside a little bit. Certainly felt like summer, but with our dew points factored in, heat index readings climbing up to the mid to low 90s. Now, we've stayed clear and sunny, well off to the east coast, dealing with some stronger thunderstorms passing through today from D.C. all the way up through New York City. That's the targeted area we're watching today for the chance for showers and storms. As we look ahead to tomorrow, northern Wisconsin expecting some showers and storms early in the afternoon. For us, a marginal risk, and that's really, as we look ahead to Tuesday night, a slight chance to have a few thunderstorms late Tuesday into Wednesday, but I really think most of the area is going to stay dry. Overall, muggy conditions expected for the rest of the week. Even as temperatures pull back a little bit on Wednesday, it's still going to be humid outside. High temperatures tomorrow in the low 90s. That's going to be the hot day for the work week, and throughout most of the 10-day, we're expecting dry conditions, lower rain chances really throughout the work week. Overnight, mostly clear. Temps will fall down to about 70 to start off the day tomorrow, so it's going to be warm and pretty mild or a little muggy to start off our Tuesday. In the afternoon, high temperatures in the low 90s with that breeze coming in from the southwest. We have a quick cold front that passes through overnight, bringing in that slight chance for an isolated shower or storm, really just shifting our wind direction, coming in from the northwest for Wednesday afternoon, and that's going to pull temperatures back just a bit on Wednesday in the middle 80s for afternoon highs. Beyond this, we're still trending above average throughout the country as we look ahead to the end of July and into the start of August. Very likely that we will see above average temperatures. That lines right up with what we're forecasting for next week towards the end of the 10-day. Tomorrow, 91. It will be hot and humid outside. Also a bit breezy as that front's approaching. Wind speeds expected to pick up about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Otherwise, partly sunny sky for Tuesday. It's really going to feel like summer and feel like July outside tomorrow. Mostly sunny for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. High temperatures on Wednesday pulling back a bit to the mid 80s. And as we look ahead to Thursday and Friday, we're back up to the upper 80s. So heat index readings for Thursday and Friday in the middle 90s. We stay in the mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday with the chance for showers and storms both days this week, and we'll have dry hours mixed in there, but we'll also be keeping an eye on the radar, especially in the afternoon and evening. Chance for showers and storms to start off next week, and then a slight chance heading into the middle of the next week. Otherwise, temperatures will be a bit closer to average in the middle to lower 80s, and heat index readings expected to pull back a bit as well, likely landing in the middle to upper 80s.
New week and another Badger is added to a watch list. We have more on who and what award they're up for coming up in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get a stylish solution for every room with window treatments and save with 11% off everything at Menards. Get Window Images room darkening vinyl and aluminum blinds, faux wood blinds, and cellular shades trimmed to width for free. Or order a custom style and size. From durable, economical options to stunning custom designs, you'll find the perfect window treatments to transform your space. Right now, all window treatments are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Do you want some more? Do you want it? We need a hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Yeah, you don't need fresh air. Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Do you want some more?
Wait till you see me on the downhill.
See you at home.
Real luxury, real confidence. Enjoy advanced safety at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
Through August 14th, try your first facial and get a free enhancement plus 20% off select skincare products. Terms apply. Massage Envy Facials, where better begins.
A partnership in the 608 is using art to teach us how to protect our lakes, rivers, and streams.
Tomorrow, Josh Breiter talks to the brains behind the Storm Drain Mural program.
Is there relief in sight from all the heat? The answer tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
A productive and exciting couple of days for Braylon Allen. Fresh off hosting his first charity softball game in his hometown, the sophomore running back is gaining more national recognition. Today being added to the Maxwell Award watch list, which is given to the most outstanding college player every year. The first and only Badger to ever win this award is Ron Dane, who took home the honor in 1999. Allen is coming off a record season that included being one of 4 true freshmen to rack up over 1,000 rushing yards. He ended the year with over 1,200, which was 3rd best in the Big Ten. Day 2 of the MLB draft, and a pair of local products got selected in the 3rd round. In fact, going within 2 picks of one another. At 96th overall, the Braves draft Madison West alum Drake Baldwin. He's coming off his junior season at Missouri State, where he hit .341 with 19 homers. He also spent some time at the Duck Pond last summer, suiting up for the Mallards. Then 2 picks later, at 98th overall, Middleton native Alan Roden was drafted by the Blue Jays. He finished his sophomore campaign, leading his team in batting average, hits, and doubles. Roden was also named the Co-Big East Player of the Year. Checking in with the Brewers, here are their picks from late last night in the 2nd round. 63rd overall, they select pitcher Jacob Mizorowski, and with their competitive balance round B pick, they take shortstop Robert Moore. The Brewers got to work on day 2. They came into the day with 8 picks. Their first is Dylan O'Reilly. He's the first Canadian player to go in this year's draft. The 3rd and final day of the draft is tomorrow with rounds 11 through 20. And All-Star Week continues tonight with the Home Run Derby. Former Mallard Pete Alonso is hoping to put his name in the history books. If he three-peats the competition 3 in a row, he will become the first player to win 3 straight. And it begins at 7. We're going to have highlights of the 2-time defending champ at 10. And the reigning Quick Trip Holiday champions have the schedule for this year's tournament. The Wisconsin men's hockey team will face Lake Superior State in Game 1 of the tourney on December 28th at Pfizer Forum. Winners from the 2 semifinal matches will go head-to-head in the championship on the 29th. Those games will air on Valley Sports.
So Pete Alonso is judge in that as well, that home run contest? We know who the list is in that?
Yeah, we got eight sluggers tonight, so it's going to be a really tight competition.
Pete Alonso,
I know, but I feel like he can do it, actually. I mean,
that's who people around here pull for.
He's also a former Gator. So
Gator.
That's
Now it comes out.
Like you, he found his way to Madison, and then that's when things turned around for him.
Hey.
Then he went to the Mets. Dana, final check. We got some hot, muggy weather coming our way.
And I know you guys like the summer weather, but the humidity is a little rough for us right now, and it's going to stay humid for Tuesday. High temperatures in the low 90s, heat index readings in the upper 90s. There's a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late Tuesday night, though it looks like most of the area will stay dry. Mostly sunny for the rest of the work week, with rain returning for this weekend. We'll have a chance for showers and storms both Saturday and Sunday, and heading into the start of next week with temps still staying above average.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.